Hi there. Welcome to another episode of Heart Thoughts with Valerie Ann, where I share with you tools for self-love, self-forgiveness, being present with peace of mind. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a great day today. I wanted to share something that came across a conversation I was having with a dear friend today. I got to spend some time with someone that I love very much and who is very near and dear to my heart. And when I got to sharing with her, I got to thinking to myself, I bet there's a lot of people that have this issue. And on the way home, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to share this to my precious group today. So I hope that what I'm about to say will give you a tool today to allow you the opportunity to step into grace. So the topic today is stepping into grace. What exactly do I mean? For those of you who have interacted with people in your life, some of those people are what we call thorns in our flesh. I'm sure you catch what I'm saying. Either your personality conflicts with them, they bring an energy to the table that totally conflicts with yours. There is a competition. Whatever, anything that brings an ailness to your spirit. Those people I call thorns in the flesh. How are we supposed to handle those kind of people? If we're truly learning love, are we supposed to love everybody and like everybody? Well, I'm going to give you permission not to like people, not to like everybody. And I know that may sound like I'm going against my teachings, but one of the things that I truly tried to bring to the table, one of my intentions is truth. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I've got people in my life that I love and I would help if they needed, but I don't care to hang out with them, or they're not on my priority list as my type of friend that I would run with or choose to do things with. And in some cases, I don't necessarily like their actions. Have you heard the saying, I love you, but right now I sure don't like you very well? Well, I got to talking with a dear friend today, and this topic came up. Guys, we don't have to like their actions. But what I want to encourage you to do, and this is what I shared with her, so hopefully it'll be a light to you, because it certainly was to me. One of the things that I love about working with Spirit is when I'm sharing a message with someone, oftentimes Spirit will come through and give an undoubtedly clear message from the spirit world that this is what it is to be and to share. And so this is why I'm bringing it to the table today for us. When you feel like you're challenged with someone, and you know deep in your heart that we are all here to love and support each other in our journey, whatever that is, with no outcome, no expectation, just being who that person is, but you just don't got it in you. Have you ever tried this? Have you ever tried conversing with Source and saying, I need some help here. So-and-so did this, or is doing this, or is planning on doing this. I cannot support that. I do not like that. But I know that we are to love. I need to do something. I need to step into your grace, and I need to ask you to cover me with your grace and to love them through me. Now, did you catch that? Step into the grace of Source. Ask Source to love them through you. I also shared with my precious friend, thank goodness Source uses cracked pots. Let me explain. When we all come here, we come here perfectly whole, perfectly with all the tools needed to live the life of our dreams, whatever that is for each of us. We all have individual journeys. But as we get older and we grow and we get this person telling us this and that person telling us this and this parent telling us this and that teacher telling us this, most of the time it's negative. And we teach and train ourselves to shut down from the sunlight of the Spirit. It creates cracks in our vessel. And so guess what? Our pot is cracked. That's what I meant earlier when I said, thank goodness Source can use cracked pots. But I want you to think about this concept. When Source shines its light through you, if you were a completely perfect whole vessel, without challenges, without trials, without what we call on this earthly plane, mistakes or mishaps, the cracks in our vessel, if Source shined our light and we were perfect, Source's light would be blocked. But you see, because of the cracks in our life, Source shines its light, and the light of Source shines through the cracks. Isn't that awesome? That is so beautiful. I'm so grateful Spirit brought that. So if you have someone in your life today that's a quote-unquote thorn in the flesh, that irritates the living hell out of you, that you'd rather see them move on than to be around, and you just know in your heart of hearts that you don't have it in you to even want to pray to change your attitude about it, that's okay. Give yourself grace. Step into grace, and then may I encourage you to be willing to ask Source to love them through you. What is our topic today? Stepping into grace. Now that's about another individual. What about you today? You know, our group is about self-love, self-forgiveness, learning to be present with peace of mind. Have you given yourself grace today? I've already had to give myself grace today. You've heard me share yesterday, I take care of my mother-in-law with Alzheimer's, and sometimes it's a challenge. Sometimes I have to push my ego as far to the left as I can so that I can serve and love. And then I judge myself, saying I shouldn't have said that or shouldn't have done that. Give yourself grace. We cannot give what we do not have. Remember that. Are you giving yourself grace today for something minute and silly, or for something what you would call big in your life, a mistake, quote unquote, that you've made? Grace yourself today. Another thing that I shared with my friend today was this, because this thought came to me and I know it clearly came from Spirit. Allow God's grace, allow Source's grace, whatever you call it, the universe, whatever you are comfortable with. Wrap yourself up in the blanket of its grace. What do I mean by that? Give yourself permission to visually step into a blanket of grace. Have you ever stood under a waterfall? If you haven't, can you visualize yourself doing that? Visualize yourself standing under the waterfall, and the water that's pouring down is the grace of the universe. We cannot give what we do not have. Step into grace today, my dear precious soul. Give it to yourself, and then when you have someone that is a quote-unquote thorn in your flesh, ask your Source to love them through you. Can you do that today? I'm sending you loads of love today. Most importantly, I trust that this video or other videos will assist you in learning how valuable and precious you are, and that you cannot give what you do not have. Have a great Friday.